Hey K5, yesterday we talked about the story, the road to Emmaus. And they were going from Jerusalem, where Jesus had been laid in the tomb, all the way to Emmaus. And then we're going to ask you some trick questions to see if you remember that story. So let's put our thinking caps on and think. Now, the first part of the story is some amount of men walking. And they're walking down a path. How many men were walking? How many of those disciples were walking? 2. You're right. And then while they were walking, another person appeared. So if they had 2 and one more came, how many were there walking with them? 2 and one more. That must have been, 3 people are walking. Now, it was special because there were 2 and one more came. Who was that guy? Who was he? Who appeared to them while they were walking? Did you say Jesus? Oh yeah, it's Jesus. He appeared while they were walking down the road. And they started talking about something really special. What were they talking about? You're right, it was the Bible. They were chatting about the Bible and all the things that were going to happen in their lives and how God had a plan for it, like he had a plan for Jesus dying on the cross and coming to life again. Now, when Jesus first got to them, they were a little bit sad because they thought Jesus was missing. They thought the bad guys had taken them, but that is not true. Jesus rose from the dead, just like he said he would, and now he was there to speak with them. So they're walking along, and they get to a place called, what's our story again? Oh, thanks. Emmaus. They get to Emmaus, and they say, hey, stay with us, let's eat. And so they're sitting down at their meal, and Jesus takes the bread, and he says a prayer over it, and then ding, 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 ding. What did the men realize? What did they realize when they saw that guy, who they didn't know who it was, praying over the bread? What did they realize? Yes, that it was Jesus, and he was here. He was alive. He had risen from the dead. He had won. The devil was defeated. Now, after they figured out that Jesus was the one who was with them, what happened? Jesus disappeared. Say, whoa, baby. You're right, Jesus disappeared. And they weren't quite sure what to do at first, but then they went and told everyone they know because Jesus was really special. And you know what happens when people learn about Jesus in their heart, like we have Jesus in our heart, they get to go to heaven. You are so right. Now, you know that every day at the end of our story, you have to write a sentence. Today, our question doesn't really have to do with the story. So I want you to really think about this one. Ready? When can you talk to God? When can you talk to God, and how do you talk to God? When and how? How do I talk to God? I can't just call him up on the telephone. And when can I talk to God? Does it have to be at a certain time of day? So I want you to think about when and how can you talk to God. I love you. See you soon.